Yeah, Travis Scott, Astroworld tragedy that's happening right now. I mean, well, that happened, not right now, that happened. Welcome everyone everywhere to the Elite Thinking Club. I'm Chris Jules Julian, and I'm joined tonight by my co-hosts Liz, Michael, and Mads. How you guys doing? All right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Awesome stuff, mate. Travis Scott had a concert recently, 8 people dead, multiple more people injured, and the reviews, the talk, people are
It's more
saying
than 8 people, wasn't it?
more than 8. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's a
read it
lot
now.
more.
8 people died and dozens were
Lots injured, yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
apparently those that were there said that it was far more than what's been reported.
Yeah, and apparently, like everyone was saying, it was messed up. It was
Yeah,
it
like
was
in the
messed up.
VIP area, apparently it looked like there was like nearly 100 or something stupid. It was crazy.
Right, cool. Before we go any further, right, as we always do, you cannot change anything unless you're willing to understand it, and you cannot understand it unless you're willing to explore it. A good debate doesn't get ugly. We may talk of things that make people feel vulnerable. Beliefs held sacred may be challenged because of life experiences. We're not trying to make people wrong or to incite riot, but simply explore. So welcome to the Elite Thinking Club. Just want to say before we go any further than that, congratulations to us as well, because we've reached 234 subscribers on the YouTube now. So you know what I mean? Come on, let's go. So yeah, happy days. We love that.
Thank you, everybody. We love
Yes.
that you love watching us.
We really do. So if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe and yeah, follow us for more. Let's get into what we're talking about tonight. Travis Scott's Astroworld concert, people dying, people injured, people leaving the concert saying it felt wrong, it felt weird, and it's now just gone viral. People are talking about this and they want to know a bit more because most concerts, most people that go to gigs and venues, the crowd control is pretty hot. Even from the artists themselves will stop a show and say, hold on a minute, my priority is people's safety. But this guy continued as if it wasn't even happening, and then later on tries to make out that he was completely unaware. Bearing in mind, bearing in mind, people are screaming at him, like close enough for him to hear. And then people went on stage, or people were attacking the cameramen, screaming at the cameramen. So like, do they have walkie-talkies? Like, could they not hear the people? And, you know, I'm going to go straight in with the deeper part of it. People actually believe that this was some sort of satanic ritual, like mass gathering of people and human sacrifice to the darker lords, the demons, the devils of the spiritual realm. Now, that's obviously way out there for people that don't believe in that. But for someone like me, I can believe that. I actually do appreciate that there is forces beyond us, and scriptures and writings and that explain this sort of shit, whether or not you want to believe it or not, because it may be too good to be true. But anyway, I just wanted to do an episode on it because I feel like we're capable of doing it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, what have you heard? Have you heard anything else? I'll just talk loads then.
Apparently when people started going down, or like when the first person fainted, he was like, can we get some help over here? Someone's fainted. And then after that, he said, oh, come on, why you're stopping? You know why you came here, like, come get me or something. So he was basically driving the crowd, encouraging them to keep, I don't know, pushing or...
Yeah, and the thing is, you look at his past record, like his past like concerts, he does promote that it's a place where he likes to see people go a little bit crazy. It's okay. Like, you can come to my shows and let loose, and that's all right. That's what it's here for. It's a place to do that. Don't come if you're not into that. So he does publicly say that. But this time around, it's just a little bit deeper than that. People are actually saying that it felt very demonic, like even the setup, right? So I don't know if anyone watching, our viewers, are particularly aware, but if you check some of the promo of this particular concert, look at like the posters, right? Look at some of the posters. Go ahead now, guys, go on Google this. See how it looks. It looks very like Illuminati, the all-seeing eye, portals into the underworld, see you on the other side.
On the stage, it looked like a portal to hell, or it looked like a portal that wasn't very positive and inviting. It, you know, it was quite sort of freaky and demonic. It really was. And the way he was when that, I don't know if you've seen the video is really not nice, of a young lad that has collapsed, and you can see that his body is shaking, and then he just goes limp, and that he's lifted up off the floor, and Travis is just continuing, and he's looking over, watching them lift the body. And he is just still, yeah. Like, it's really creepy. It's really creepy. Like, he's like emotionless. And I found that hard to watch.
Right. And I had this conversation with someone the other, like yesterday, and I said to them, because it was all popping on my TikTok, I was like, mate, people just are going in on this. Michael, I think you mentioned to me before, like, what's MK Ultra? So I didn't, know much about MK Ultra. But what I did know was, is it possible to have someone so hypnotized they don't even know what's going on? They're not even aware. So we've done episodes on this in the past about my trust issues with the government and all that, and how we've got conspiracies, you know, way out there. But this is starting to all kind of correlate. It all starts to make like intertwined with each other. So obviously, you know about Britney Spears. Everyone's like, save Britney from the clutches of the flipping music industry, because they've got her. And this goes into something called like MK Ultra, where they take young people, use them as puppets, and literally get them hypnotized into doing whatever it is the hypnotist wants them to do. And people will be like, no flipping way, no way. And I know that we're saying no way, but if you've been keeping up with what's been going on recently, like the releases of, like, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, the ruling elites, and this has been going on for time. It ain't like we've been hiding this. You may start to feel like this is getting way out. We got to do something about it. So what is MK Ultra? I don't know, I'm talking loads, but
I feel like the music industry as well, they do, you know, these artists, they are, what they're saying in their lyrics and what they're putting out there in their artwork as well, you know, it's sending messages to their listeners. And so if they want to get something across, or they want them to follow them, and if they have a big following, then it's quite believable that these people are being, you know, hypnotized or taken over by other people, you know, higher up, and using them to kind of get it out there to the masses. And I think that a lot of people have said about this Travis Scott incident that it was like a test. It was a test run for what's, you know, it was a test run, and they wanted to see, to do with like the frequencies of the music. And they said that everybody, you know, it didn't feel right. There was someone who, I watched a video of a lady who said her son there, and he said he felt weird when they turned up the music and he was chanting and stuff. He felt weird, and he just ran. He got out of there. Said he just, something told him in his body to get out. Yeah.
Kanye West has recently done an interview, and I saw the same thing on TikTok. He even admits, he says the frequency of the 808 drum, like, it is originally made to lower vibration in your body. It goes through your roots, your chakras and all that. It goes into you and changes your body's cellular structures, because your body's like 85% water, and everyone knows that water reacts to waves, like vibration, sound waves. If you hit a glass, you'll see the ripples, right? And the body does the same thing. Like, you can alter how you feel simply by the frequencies that surround you. So when music's being released to you, yes, it has the power to either uplift you or bring you down. And yeah, Liz, I heard the same thing. They're putting people in the masses, like the crowds, and they're amping up the volume of the music and the frequencies, sending them all a bit flipping nuts, like sending them all a bit crazy. Yeah, maybe it was a test run, maybe it isn't. I mean, it is possible. But back to what I was saying about the hypnotizing thing. Like, Derren Brown done an experiment with a random person, just to show that you can actually hypnotize someone into performing an assassination. And it was great, because he was just trying to show that, you know, Lee Harvey Oswald apparently killed JFK, that it could be possible to hypnotize someone. So in the film The Avengers, there's a character called Bucky, like Captain America's best friend. And that is a perfect example of how the hypnotizer can make someone do things that they don't want to do. So when Bucky gets said, hears certain words, it triggers him into go into Winter Soldier mode. So he is completely unaware of what he's doing, yet he is doing it. And that there could possibly be one of the theories, that Travis Scott was completely unaware of what was going on at his concert. He could be, if you will, one of the puppets. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so all this energy channeling towards him, saying, yeah, blame him, point the finger at him. He's completely unaware. He's just so Winter Soldier mode. You know what I mean?
And if he's come out of doing the performance, and then, because I saw a video of him apologizing and saying that he wants everybody to be safe when they attend his concerts and things like that. And he was sending out, they were trying to contact the families, you know, and help the families deal with it. He was literally like, you know, I don't know. I didn't find it very genuine, to be honest, but he seemed like he was rubbing his head and he seemed really confused. It was like he couldn't comprehend what had happened. It almost like he'd gone out, got drunk, not remembered the night, woke up and someone told him he'd done all this stuff and he was like, what?
Yeah.
Which obviously, if you're hypnotized, it has the same effect, doesn't it? You know, no memory of it. So yes, it's baffling. It's really baffling. It's quite scary because it makes, I think that a lot of people, it's opened up a lot of people's eyes that maybe when they've heard of like demonic or, you know, satanic or anything like that before, they've just been like, oh my gosh, that's out of this world. It's not even possible. You know, when they've heard about portals, when they've heard about, you know, the whole blood drinking and all of that, they've just been so like, no, it's just, that just would never happen in our world. I think it's made a lot of people actually think, hold on a minute, this is very, very odd. This is very, very random, and something's just not right about it. It's
For
really
real.
not.
And like, I know that some people don't want to believe in it.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They're like, no, it cannot be true. It doesn't exist. We've done episodes
because
in the
it's
past.
scary.
It is very scary to admit
the
that
world isn't what you think it is. It's really scary.
Yeah. You've got to protect yourself. Like, these people who walk around carrying crystals can be seen as crazy, but they're not. They're very aware that these crystals and energies can protect me from, or protect people from certain energies. Like, you can do a lot for yourself if you understand it. I even see some people wearing pyramids on their heads, like, you know, with the metal, beads, orgone crystals, Oregon pyramids, stuff like that. I sleep with an orgone pyramid. I'm not even
mine on there.
You know what I mean? I'm not embarrassed to say it because I don't like it when I'm vulnerable. I close my eyes, I'm vulnerable. So I put the orgone pyramid literally at my bed head. So I'm like sleeping next to it. So yeah, man, you got to be aware. But obviously as well, easily influenced people who may not have the knowledge will just flock in the masses to these things. And here's the worst thing. Naturally, as humans, we can't turn away from sex, violence, and food. Those three things are hardwired into us to react to. So it's impossible. Seriously, Mads, those three things, it's biological. It's like we can't turn away from it. We have no choice but to react to it.
Money as well.
Money.
Well, money gives you those three things.
Money can get you those three things.
Money causes a lot of those things.
Oh God, does it?
The violence, anyway.
So someone, I was doing a bit of digging, right? And you know, I'm some of the stuff sometimes I don't even want to share because I will come across absolutely crazy. But one of the realities is that this realm, Earth, is governed by Satan. Whether a lot of people understand this or not, it's the truth. So he is the god of Earth. And most people don't like that. Most people don't want to admit that. But you don't have to play into him. Now, the scriptures of the Bible and the Holies and the Qurans and all of them, they're all speaking the same sort of thing. And they're all trying to explain it their own way to their people. And I get that. But you need to understand that the prince of the world is Satan. And he will grant the people closest to him everything they want. Whatever you want. I can make you an absolute God on this earth to your fellow man. I can give you anything you want, anything you want. If you really want it, there's obviously a price to pay at the end of the day. And when the bill is due, when the debt is due, I will take what's mine. But that's the bid. So that's why you find the most enlightened, holy, spiritual people are most likely the ones with the least, because it's the people that have the least that give the most. And it's the ones that have everything. I mean, every fucking thing, all the riches in the world, all the glitz, the glamour, the followers, the fame, the fortune are the ones who are the most satanic puppets you ever met in your life. This is what I'm trying to say about this Travis Scott situation. Now hear this one, all right? And I don't want to scare people. I'm not trying to scare people. It's not even his real name. His real name's not even Travis Scott. And I'll let you Google what his real name is. But if you translate the name Travis Scott into Latin, it comes up with something completely different. And then translate that back to English, it will tell you what it means. And it will make you say, really? Yeah, really.
Oh, tell me, Jules, please just
it?
relieve me of the wonder.
Man, sometimes you dig into these things and you just think, maybe I shouldn't have gone there.
I love that you've done that. I love that you've looked into that.
Jacques Bermond-Webster.
Jacques something. Say again, lads.
Jacques?
Yeah, his real name is Jacques. No, it's French. Yeah, his real name is Jacques.
There's Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques.
Bermond-Webster.
But now, put Travis Scott, convert that to Latin.
I don't know.
I love Latin.
Travis Scott.
Oh gosh, I need to do this now. Oh, for God's sakes, what are you doing to me?
And then once you get the answer for what Travis Scott is in Latin, put it back into English. And what does it say?
What is it? I don't understand.
It's not coming up on my...
What is it?
Okay.
You got
I
it?
can't find it. What is it?
No, it's not coming up.
Yeah.
Who told you to do this?
On TikTok, Michael.
I think it's fake.
You think it's fake?
Yeah.
Latin name. Astroworld is a Latin name, apparently.
Jacques Bermond-Webster. Travis Scott. Travoli Scatolus.
Something.
Oh God, you got me doing it now.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna do it. Travoli Scat.
Day of the Dead Parade. Travis Scott.
I think I'm on the wrong episode because I don't believe in any of this.
Yeah, Michael, I know you don't believe in this stuff, which is fine.
I love you, Michael, because
So while you're all looking,
good.
the fact is,
I think it was just an accident, but I do think that he could have reacted differently because there was an Adele concert years and years ago, and somebody passed out in her audience, and she literally stopped halfway through her performance, and she was like, "Hello, can we get someone? Someone's passed out over there. Like, can we get someone?"
same thing that happened at Lincoln Box. But what I'm reading is people just bypassed security. There was too many people in there, so they crowded the barriers, which got people crushed. So there's nothing. People are just reading more into it than it needs to be.
Obviously, right, we live in the day and age now where you can get any information, and you can even get false information, misinformation. But the people that were there, that's the people you need to hear. That's the people you want to hear it from. You want to hear it from the people that were there, because none of us were there. So what I love, obviously, is because you can source this information. Like, remember when we tried to talk about dicyanin dye, and yet it is like everyone knows about it, but you try and Google it or you try and search for it, and it's like trying to find. Yeah,
censored. Yeah,
It's got a different name.
it's like trying to find a needle in a stack of needles. It is pretty much impossible. It's so difficult to find any information on. So what I'm saying
also, with this, you said people felt a little bit strange about it, but then that happens when there's too many people at a place. People's like third eye say, just like when you used to do sentry on a gate, and so you may not see something happening, but you get the sense that something's happening. That's what happens. So if people are a bit uneasy, you don't have to see it, but you feel uneasy about it. So it's not like it doesn't have to be something crazy is going on. It's just there's unrest in the crowd and you can sense it.
Oh, I see.
I do feel like there is more behind it. I do.
Michael, you don't believe in ruling elites?
I do, but I don't think this is it. I think this is just a bad accident. Like when the Liverpool game, when people got crushed there, that was because there was too many people in the stadium. And that's what happened. It doesn't need to go back to the devil and all this sort of stuff. Sometimes bad stuff happens.
All right, Michael. So, I want to take you back to 2012 Olympics. Yeah. So obviously I wasn't here, but when you watch the ceremony back, don't you find it weird how there was like the Grim Reaper and all these hospital beds and the virus, sick children and the virus? Yeah. And didn't you think that was just weird?
It's priming. It was priming.
How can they know that? How can they know that? And then fast forward, like 8 years.
Hang on, stay there. So how do they know that? Well, we had polio. We've had a lot of diseases. So they never said when it was going to be. So that's 9 years ago or something. Yeah. Until something actually happened.
Yeah.
All right. Let me say, cancer. So now that one day, if someone gets cancer, I'll go, oh, yeah, I told you that. No, it's just you're associating something with something else. That doesn't matter. I do love Michael. No, we do love Michael.
We love him.
Because I could show you this stuff today, and then one day something happened that I go, oh, I showed you that injection before, and now you're getting an injection because you got toothache. That's it. Oh, it's come through.
So you don't believe that they do rituals and like manifestation dances to conjure forth what they want, like what people want? I mean,
some people do. I know some people do that, but it doesn't mean the ruling elite do it.
Really? I mean, who really said?
I do think they prep and prime, and they have things and agendas way in advance ready because they have to. They have to.
Tell these people I want loads of money then, so they can get me this money.
Okay, look, this concert, yeah. Imagine I needed to pay my debt, okay, Michael, for all of my fame, right? I just had to pay a debt, and my debt was sacrifice. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying, right? If I can get like thousands of people together and just offer it up, be like, yeah, I need eight people. Maybe I need one.
How did he do this then?
We talked about frequencies in the music and how it can lower vibrations and hypnotize people and getting them in. Like you just overpack it, you overram it. And this isn't something that you do one off. You train people, you coerce people. He's been around for a while. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is jumping to conclusions.
Look, Michael, I'm putting it out there because this is what smacks it. The things we're talking about are so out there. It is so crazy because we live in a bubble, a protection bubble,
but we're
an
made
illusion
to believe
bubble.
that it's crazy.
Yeah, it's it. That's what I'm trying to say.
If we're presented with it, we just are so blasé about it, and we wouldn't accept it for being the truth. And when it's happened right in front of your eyes,
there you go.
You won't see it for what it is. You will think, oh no, it's just a bad accident. Well, it could have been sacrificial. It could have been demonic. It could have been all, a test run. It could have been planned, and it could be all of that. But we're just shut off from it because we're so conditioned to believe that doesn't happen in our world.
For real. I saw, a clip on Lilo and Stitch, the film Lilo and Stitch, where Lilo is on the bed with her older sister, and she's got pictures of people on her wall. Look at the pictures of the people on the wall. They're nothing to do with her, and they're naked, like showing their ass and showing their legs. Like, why are they on the wall? Like, what is it doing? And it isn't like someone didn't draw that as a cartoon. You know, it was purposely done. Now, I don't know if they're
and you
doing
can
it.
see the same thing in Roger Rabbit, and there's so many things but that is just the writers and the drawers getting a joke over people.
You think so?
You
I
don't
know
think
it
it's
is.
priming.
I've heard
You don't think
things.
it's subliminal messaging.
No.
You don't think they're
I
trying
think
to
there's
like?
people just having a joke.
I think I have watched a lot of children's cartoons, and I can tell you, I think there are a lot of subliminal messages in them. It's quite shocking, really.
But is it trying to train our youth to be to be exposed to nudity younger?
Yeah, and it's to
Get what I'm saying?
desensitize them,
Yeah.
desensitize them,
Yeah,
and that's not good.
they obviously idolize these people.
Mhm.
A lot of kids, like, well, how old was the youngest kid?
And
14
again,
years old at a concert.
It's like a milder form of hypnotizing. Kids get hypnotized when you put the TV on and there's cartoons and things. They just change. They're just like, ah.
Yeah, for real. They will go into a hypnotic state
Mhm.
and follow. They will follow. They will follow their celebrities to their death, quite literally. And to a celebrity, it's nothing. Like, let's say to a celebrity, because listen, I'm not trying to say that he's like the only one, because he probably isn't.
No.
There's probably loads doing it, and you can look this up. You can really go in on the details here, how in the music videos, what they're portraying to the world, they are doing like very spiritual rituals. Like some Beyonce videos, she's posing as like Indian goddesses and gods, doing specific hand movements and gestures and symbolism.
And Michael, you mentioned Little Nas. Have you seen his videos? They are very demonic.
Yeah, the one where
They
he's
really
the
are.
devil's lap doing a
Yes.
lap dance.
And is that not symbolism? Is that not like right in front of your face saying woohoo?
Yeah, but that's one thing. I'm denying the fact that then people dying at that concert was a
Sacrificial. Okay.
Yeah. That
That's
you have
fine.
to have.
You know,
so
everybody's got
you'd
their
literally
opinion, haven't they?
have so many pies everywhere to have that happen. I think even if I tried or someone tried to do that, it would be almost impossible. It's just people are twats. They got in when they shouldn't have, and things happen. People push towards the front and people get crushed. I've had it. I've been at the front of a concert when there's too many people and people are getting a little bit rowdy and people get crushed at the front.
That's awful, isn't it? It really
That's
is
just
awful.
what happens because people are fucking idiots.
Mm.
We can't have nice things.
It's good to know, Michael, that you know you keep a level head when analyzing it all, because you know someone like me, you're right. I do believe in gods and I believe in demons, and I don't know how I can explain it to you other than, you know, we are vulnerable. You know, if you're not choosing the path of enlightenment and love and peace, and you're choosing the opposite, you travel down that road enough, you know, it's deep, bro. It's so deep.
I'd welcome it.
You know what?
I'd welcome it.
It wouldn't even surprise me. I was going to say, if some people do choose devil, I mean, do choose the demonic, because, you know, like in Star Wars, where there's the Jedi and the dark side.
Yeah.
Each perspective thinks they're right.
Yeah.
In essence, you know?
I said to my cousin the other day, just think, because we were talking about someone, and I said, just think, on his side, you are the bad guy. So, but yeah, well, I mean, going back to like all that sort of stuff, I'd love to have proof that this happened, because then it would just show me that my dad is there somewhere. I wish I could believe it, but
Michael, what if you are given proof, but you just do not want to believe it? For example,
because that does happen to people as well, where even when they're presented with it, they just can't accept it.
Because we're literally saying to you right now, his concert was made out like a satanic ritual. His stage was shaped as a upside down cross.
Mhm.
There is a burning phoenix above his head. It is a portal.
Mhm.
And even on the flyer that promotes it, he's showing these hands with eyes on it and illuminati pyramids and
Symbol. Yeah.
symbols, and he even
Oh.
looks like a demon. Go on his Instagram and look at the picture. He looks evil, bro. It looks like a newspaper picture of Gollum, like from Lord of the Rings.
To me, that looks like it's mountains. It's inside a mountain.
Yeah, and it just and he even says something like "see you on the other side" and you know, come like follow me or whatever. And it's like, who says that? Why are you saying that?
Because he's a mentalist.
But this is the point, Michael. It's presented to you like this is evidence to show you this shit's
It's
going
not
on.
evidence. It's not evidence. I'm looking at the stage now. It looks like a mountain. It doesn't look like some cross and stuff. If I see the cross, I'd see it. But I'm
What
looking
the
at
stage floor? Look at the stage floor. Isn't a cross.
That's just how a stage is sometimes put together.
Sometimes, but Michael, this is now me presenting to you some stuff, and you're just saying it isn't.
I'm looking at the picture.
What do you think, Mads?
I think it's just. I just think he's a bit wild, and it probably was a bit out of control. And I don't necessarily agree about the whole satanic. I don't think they intended for it to happen. It's like what happened at that football state. What's the name of the football stadium where everyone got crushed?
That's what I said. The Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool. Yeah, it's just like that, isn't it? It's just.
I actually watched a video. I'm not sure if I shared it on our group chat, but I actually watched a video about the Travis Scott event, and I also the lady that was on this video, it was made on TikTok, and she actually went right into depth about a lot of things to do with sacrifice, and she actually mentioned the Manchester bombings and how that was a lot of people believed that to do with sacrificial as well.
You talking about Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually never thought about it like that. And this lady, it was very interesting how she went right in depth about certain mass gatherings where there have been, you know, an enormous amount of injuries and a lot of death.
And just so you know, yeah, like obviously there have been plenty of people, but I could ask you to name hundreds, right, of celebrities, okay, yet only a few get the privilege of doing certain things. So for example, Fortnite, Metaverse, Ariana Grande do a concert, Travis Scott do a concert. How is it those two that have both, you know, had accidents at their, when we say accidents loosely, at their concerts? I don't trust Ariana Grande. I don't trust Travis Scott. Yeah, there's certain rappers that I just don't trust. I don't even trust Jay-Z, and I'm a Jay-Z fan, but I don't trust him, and I don't trust Beyonce because they've got this weird energy. They've got this offish energy. It's like, I don't want to know you. Like it's really, really scary. In actual fact, like you're meddling in things. I trust Elon Musk for some weird reason. I trust him. He isn't a threat to me, but I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg using his platform right now. But I know what I mean when I say that. I know what I feel when I say that.
Challenged, didn't he? Elon Musk has challenged them on a number of occasions.
But why is that? Is it because my intuition's more amped up than other people's? Not at all. Not at all. But I know that I feel that you cannot rise to that level of stardom, that much exposure and that much fame and glory without some sort of payment. It just doesn't happen, because if it does happen, there'd be a lot more than just them. There'd be so much more than just them. It's weird. It's weird.
Isn't there a saying where you isn't there a saying where you excuse me, isn't there a saying where you sell your soul to the devil?
Yeah, for real. Like, you know, Michael, I know you don't believe in afterlife. We know that you don't believe in afterlife. You've said that. But I do believe in afterlife.
I do. I just believe in a different version to you.
Oh. I believe there's an afterlife. I truly do. And I know that on this plane, you can probably have the best life. And for some people, that's enough. Maybe that is enough. They're like, yo, I want the best life here. And that's okay. If that's what you want, you can have it. That's the point I'm trying to make.
There was an upside down cross.
Mm-hmm.
In front of the circular stage was an upside down cross that descended.
That's if you want to call it a cross.
But what do you want to call it, Michael? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make you out to look stupid, Michael. That's not what I'm trying to do. But what I just explained before
No, it is
you
a
can
cross,
present someone. You can present
if
someone.
You look at Dave Chappelle's stage, yeah? If you was doing a proper concert with loads of people in it, his stage would look pretty much like that as well. But he's got a little bit that sticks out, and his stage goes around like this. So if he had a bigger stage, then that would probably go back. So he's got a walkway, and then he can go up and down the crowd and then go forward. So unfortunately, that is the shape it comes out.
Fair enough.
But that
is fair enough. That is fair enough. It's just very, very fishy, mate, how it went down and how it's gone down.
There are a lot of coincidences. A lot of coincidences.
And they were just, he was hyping it too much, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to, build some hype and excitement, but
everyone does that when they're trying to get people that.
Yeah, but why was in particular why in this case were people really, really wanting to push to the front and get as close as possible?
That's the thing, though, with the frequencies, it makes people go crazy. So is that why they were all trying to get in there? Because something switched on in them.
Mm.
Well,
we are 70% water, like Jules says.
Yeah. Then to hear the frequencies, they'd have to be in there. Now people bypass the ticket bit to get in, so they shouldn't have been in there anyway. So when you get arseholes in there, you're going to try and push to the front and be more of an arsehole.
So there was an article I read which also stated that a few days before the event, they actually cancelled a lot of the security that was supposed to work at the event. That's slightly alarming, and that's very strange, considering the people that the stars that were supposed to be playing at that event. You'd think they would have high levels of security.
I don't know any of them, so
no.
Metro Booming, Master B, Yes Tamar, Choro Ryan Moore. I don't know anyone that was there. So.
No.
You know that
I only know Travis Scott because of who he's with. I don't know him before his music. I don't listen to his music.
Yeah. And there's obviously an agenda for, I don't want to say ruling elites, but let's say that you are choosing your sides. Let's say that you choose the sides of good or evil, whatever, and you can get everything you want. It's very hard to believe that it don't exist for me. It's easy for you to say it doesn't exist, but it's hard for me to say it doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
I try to keep my mind open to all, because I just don't believe with a lot of things in our lives that things are just very straight and narrow, or they're just one way. I believe that there's many things that go on that we don't know about, and I try and keep open to it all, because then I think it helps me accept it.
I'm probably 80% confident there is a ruling elite. With this, though, I mean, how shit would that be that you made something happen and you only got 8 people?
No, but it's only been reported that it's 8 people. It's been reported that it's been 8 people, but several people that attended the event have said they saw like what looked like 100. So
I think we would definitely know about 100, but
I don't think
even with 100,
I think it would.
That's like a drop in the water.
Deliberately being misreported, because there'd be more of an outrage if the number was, if it was reported, than the true number was reported.
Well, there'd be people, the families of the people coming forward saying, "No, this person died, this person died."
You don't think that they'd be censored?
How are you going to censor them on Twitter? And
you can censor. They can shut people down, Michael. Just
anyway, the whole point is, even if they got 100
people, them to not speak.
How shit are they at their job that they can only get 100 people when they got thousands with the Twin Towers?
Because they don't need mass death
for nothing.
It isn't a lot of work for nothing, is it? one life is equivalent to 100 lives. If you just need
Not
to do a
compared to
sacrifice.
them.
Yeah, to us, we deal in numbers like that. We deal in numbers like that. The realms above us don't. A sacrifice is sacrifice. Now, you should just maybe sacrifice a sheep or a lamb, but they want humans, man. They want human flesh.
If I'm sacrificing humans, I'm doing a lot, not 8 people.
Yeah, and that does happen too. You know when it happens. It isn't like they're trying to hide this shit. I don't like the Ariana Grande Manchester bombings. I don't like it at all. It's not public, like it's not popular opinion. But this shit
that
should...
was nothing to do with her. No way.
Sometimes, like, we're talking about MK Ultra and we're talking about these puppets and Oblivious. They use those people. Yeah, she probably didn't even know. She probably was completely unaware. But they use her. It's an opportunity
to get them together there.
How do you know she wasn't even aware? How do I know she was? You never know. But I still don't trust her. I couldn't trust her. I wouldn't trust her. No way.
No way. No way.
And that's your gut instinct.
That's
your intuition telling you that. So you have to stick with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. My gut instinct tells me.
I sacrificed a fox on Monday.
What?
I accidentally hit a fox on Monday. I was devastated.
I bet.
Oh, man.
You mean yesterday?
Oh, shit. Yeah, yesterday.
Or just every Monday?
No. Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night. Yeah, I sat in the road with this fox crying my eyes out.
Oh, Mads.
Till he died, and then I picked him up and put him on the side.
Yeah.
That's awful. Bless you.
But yeah, sorry. That was my sacrifice. Yeah, no, that was obviously unintentional. It ran out in front of the car.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's just out here killing foxes.
I know, right? What next?
People? You're gonna be running over people, saying they ran out into the road. They ran out into the road.
There to go. They were listening to the wrong music.
The fox sacrificed himself.
I was listening to Travis Scott, and they just walked out into the road.
Yeah, I wasn't on the path, honest.
Yeah, can you imagine?
It is scary though, guys, to think that this is something that can be done or could be done, and the whole hypnotic state and symbolism and priming, and
it's just worth mentioning. It's Elite Thinking Club. We just explore stuff, but
to just be open to the fact that these things can happen, and it could be part of our world, because if we start seeing more and more of it, it's not normal.
Right, correct. Normal. This is it. This is the point.
And I feel like this was a test run for us. I feel like this was priming us.
Let's just make a pact between us four and the viewers, that it isn't a coincidence if this shit happens again. Because
I'm there. I'm with you on that.
When shit like this happens, surely celebrities are held accountable. So they have to have checks in place. It's like, how you build a house and now every house has a smoke alarm in it. It's illegal to make them without it. You have to have it in the UK anyway. And it's because we know of past problems or past situations, we do better. When people have tragic accidents, speed cameras go up. Road limits apply. We put things in place to prevent it. Now, Ariana Grande should have been used as an example. After that example, no fucking concert after should have the same problems. That Anfield at Liverpool, the same situation. Security needs to be in check. People need to be in check. We shouldn't be going into the future making past mistakes.
No.
But that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you can't help it.
So are we going to agree that if something like this happens again, it isn't a coincidence, or are we just going to say shit happens?
I agree with you that I think it's coincidence.
If this be an example, it shouldn't happen again.
Why? It can happen again. Sometimes security aren't on the best behaviour. It's not like if a bomb, like bombs go off, like where bombs are set, you can't just say, well, okay, next time you'll be better. Like if someone nicks something from a shop, that's not like go, oh well, because it's happened once, it can't happen again. Things happen. If a terrorist wants to put a bomb in a building, they will do.
If we hear in the next 5 years of another celebrity star holding a concert or a mass gathering of people, right, and shit like this happens again, are we going to say that it's a coincidence? Are we going to say, oh my God, it's happened again or whatever? Or are we actually going to say, no, hold on a minute, this is happening a little too often? Granted, it's about, a 2 year
Too often, definitely.
space, but it's happened again. Really? Did we not learn from Travis Scott? Did we not learn from Ariana Grande? Did we not learn from Anfield? Did we not? How is this repeatedly happening?
Because people aren't perfect.
I mean, Ariana Grande happened here in the UK, so maybe our concerts will probably have more protocols put in place.
I don't think it matters what country it is. I think if it's going to happen,
But they probably have different laws and regulations.
We'll have to see.
Even with the best.
But it wasn't the same
intention.
as Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande was a terrorist attack. This was literally just the crowd.
That's what we're made to believe.
This was the crowd just pushing and forcing, trying to force their way to the front.
Even with the best intentions, you can't always stop bad stuff happening. So we can't
I agree,
every
Michael,
bad thing that happens.
True.
I agree with you.
I was a doorman, and sometimes bad stuff happens. Sometimes somebody come in that was just an arsehole that wanted to punch someone else. But I could never turn around and go, right, I'm never letting a bad guy in again, because some days you're not on your full alertness. Some
And
days
you don't know who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
You can't
I've
always
been
see.
punched in the face before. I want to let those guys in if I knew that was going to happen. But sometimes we
I
let people
suppose
in.
what I'm trying to get at is you don't find it suspicious
I look
that
at
throughout your whole
that
throughout your whole lifetime, certain things happen that are just way out there, and you just think this is just so fucking suspicious. You don't find it suspicious?
Sometimes people will try and find little meaning. If you really want to find a meaning in something, or
Very
a
easy
conspiracy,
to do that.
you can always, you can find.
But then equally, it's very easy to see something when everybody else is seeing and blind to it. It's very easy for you to see. So obvious.
Yeah. So
But the
if a
messages
car
are
comes
what's in front of you.
barreling down the road now and whacked into my car, I could either go, well, one, it was an accident, or two, oh no, he was meant to do that. I can look into it further than what I need to do. These people got crushed because there was too many people at the concert who shouldn't have been there, and they were selfish, trying to get to the front of the concert. So I bet the people that got crushed weren't the people that were. I bet they had tickets to people at the front. So it's the good guys that got crushed. But these things happen. It's going to happen again because people are selfish and they don't think about other people. People are going to get bombed because people have beliefs like they don't want other people to be happy. So things are going to get blown up. If someone wants something blown up, it's going to get blown up. There's only so much the government can do to stop people getting bombs to places. And the amount of times they stop people getting bombs to places is mental. So if one bomb gets in with 1,000 ones that get tried, it's going to seem a bit weird, but they've stopped 999 of them.
That is well said, Michael. There are good guys and there are bad guys, and we never know where they lurk. We never know who they are. There are good forces and evil forces, and you never know who they are and who they lurk. You don't know who's working for them and who's not. Got the good people working for the good side, Jedi Knights and all that. And you got the dark side working with the dark side. Yes, Sith Lords and stuff.
I think I'd want to be on the dark side.
So whatever side you
think
choose,
that's the winning side.
whatever side you choose, this is the world we live in. And that is us at the Elite Thinking Club exploring yet another awesome topic. Rest in peace, or rest in power to people that have already moved to the other side, and hope your souls are protected is what I will say. Guys, is there anything else you want to add to this episode before we move on to the next? Because we are doing a double tonight. Nothing. All right, awesome. Well, thanks guys for watching. As always, we really do appreciate you guys, especially everyone that's already subscribed to the channel. Like I said before, 234.
Mind and ears
We're
open.
getting there.
Love it. Like, we are definitely getting there. And yeah, so look forward to the next episode. Got a special guest. Hey.
Woohoo!
And we're going to be talking about human
Is it Travis
design.
Scott?
Travis Scott. There's no way. Oh shit.
Especially
Hi,
after I
Travis, we
called
were
him
just
all
talking
these
about
names.
you. How are you? How the devil are you? How the devil are you? Like what I did there? Yeah.
Like it. Right. Guys, from me and the team, everyone everywhere, peace and love.
Bye.